Welcome. I am thrilled that you have made the decision to be here today and work with me on this material. So let's go ahead and dig in. We're discussing how you keep your clients coming back by getting them amazing results while creating abundance and freedom for yourself. Now, you are in the right place if you're ready to get clients phenomenal results using proven methods. I have worked with wellness coaches, nurses, certified holistic coaches, clinical herbalists, yoga teachers, acupuncturists. If you're looking to transform your practice, this information will serve you well. Now, if you don't have full integrity and you're not ready to put your client first, if you're still struggling with obsessing over mindset and you're not ready to get past that, if you think people should pay only $10 to $15 per session and you don't believe that there's any reason to explore charging them more, or if you're just interested in how to make a quick buck, this is not going to work for you. This is not something that is a get rich quick scheme, okay? So in the next 30 minutes, you're going to discover the framework that my students use to gain consistent success with their clients. You'll uncover what it takes to create the best experience for your clients that is worth six figures. Sometimes, and in a lot of programs I have been in, people get obsessed with making sure that they can sell somebody on that six figures worth of a program instead of making sure that the program itself, the experience itself, is worth them making six figures a year off of it. We're also going to find the way to become an effective, high quality, in-demand practitioner without spending years struggling or ruining your own health, because I've been there, done that. I'm not a fan of it. I know you're not either. You're ready to work hard, but you also don't want to ruin yourself in the process. So my promise to you today, my gift, is a step-by-step strategy to becoming the expert practitioner you know that you can be. All right, so I want to check in and see if this is kind of where you're coming from as you're coming into this. Are you confident you can help people with the right knowledge, skills, and expertise, but right now you feel overwhelmed by the amount of information out there and you don't really know how to put it together into a logical format so that you can start helping more people? Maybe you feel like you need more practice or more certifications before you can start stepping into your role as an expert practitioner. Maybe you feel like it's going to take years of study before you're at the spot where you're ready to really serve people. Maybe you already work really hard taking care of others in your life and you desire to have the space, time, and resources to enjoy your life. Not just have enough to just pay the bills, because any old practitioner can work their tushy off, end up with adrenal fatigue, and pay their bills. That's not what you want to do. You may think your problem is that the market is oversaturated and it's hard to get started or take things further. It's not the case. We'll talk about it in a bit. Perhaps you even believe that you need a lot of business acumen or knowledge to see any results. Maybe you think that if you don't understand every little nitpicky detail about marketing, that you can't get out there and start helping people because you don't know how to market yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, do you feel like the idea of getting to financial freedom, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, whatever, genuinely serving people with high quality work using your talent as a holistic practitioner and a healer is a distant dream? Does it feel like you're climbing Mount Everest? The good news is, it's not a distant dream, and the real problem is you have not made the shifts that we're discussing today. Now, once you've made these shifts, you're going to feel confident not only as a business owner, because as a practitioner who owns their own practice, you are a business owner, but you're also going to feel extremely confident as a practitioner. When you master these shifts, you're getting the freedom from the everyday grind, and you're able to live the life you deserve while still giving your clients better service than they've ever had before. You're going to see how to position yourself so that you're gaining ideal clients who will do the work, who are going to be grateful that you are giving them this, and you're going to have a proven game plan to creating phenomenal results for these clients that has them not only just coming back for more, but they'll be bringing their friends. When you master these shifts, you're going to open yourself up to make 5-figure income months and open up countless opportunities. Do you want to travel? Do you want to set up a foundation? Maybe you've got a specific cause that you'd love to really make a difference in. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Maybe what can you do for your family when you're making $10,000, $20,000 a month? Are you going to retire your husband or your wife so that they can start working on their passion as well? It's all kinds of stuff. Get the results you want when you've made these shifts while you feel supported and enjoying yourself. A lot of people talk about how as they get higher up, they find themselves isolated because the friends that they've currently got just don't come up with them. So if you're making these shifts, you're shifting into a higher level of practitioner so that you do have that support as you start seeing the abundance flow. Now, the one thing you need to know, and that is it, is these 5 simple shifts to create an effective healing business. Gives clients the tools that they need for wellness, and it allows you the freedom you want. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to make these shifts today. Now, this is not about me. This is not about my business. But I do want to take a second and just introduce myself if we haven't already had a chance to talk. My name is Laura Beth Guthrie. I am the founder of the Keto Healing Method. When I was a child, I grew up on a farm, and my mother and my grandmother both had beautiful herb gardens. And the importance of natural wellness and using natural healing devices to heal us was impressed upon me from an early age. And as I got into my early teens, I became a black belt in Tang Soo Do and was taking the Qigong classes that they had, which is very similar to Qigong. It's the energy healing that they do. And what really stuck with me was there was a woman there who disappeared for a couple of months. She got real shook up in the middle of class one time and she just left. And then when she finally came back, she got up in front of everyone and told us about how she felt her energy change. And she had kind of felt the subtle markings of it the last few times, but that class, something just completely changed. And it clicked for her because she had a family history of breast cancer. She went to the doctor. Luckily, her doctor believed her and did the test for her. And sure enough, they found it in stage 1. Her mother had a very aggressive form of it, so she was thrilled that they had caught it so fast and that they were able to get rid of it. And that was the moment that I realized that energy work was absolutely vital to health. So I learned chakra balancing and aura cleansing, became a Reiki master at 21, studied all these different energy forms, and I founded the Keto Healing Method. I'm a former 911 dispatcher and studied to be an EMT before I found out that I was just such a great 911 dispatcher that I stuck with that. They actually offered me a raise to stick with it instead of becoming a basic. But I got through 911 dispatch. I was in it for several years, and I got tired of it because, and kudos to people that this is what they do, and they help people, and they're amazing, and they're fast, and they get people out to you quick. They get the information that people need to keep everybody safe. But when we would get medical calls, it would be like diabetes, it would be COPD, it would be heart trouble at age 38, 40, like all this stuff that is a lifestyle choice. And it just felt like I was constantly trying to help put Band-Aids on bullet wounds. And it wasn't, we were dealing with acute reactions to a chronic illness instead of me being able to help this person with their chronic illness. And I wanted to shift into something where I could help people with the chronic issues. So that's how I ended up saying enough of this. I ended up with adrenal insufficiency myself and used the Keto Healing Method to heal my adrenal insufficiency. And so now here I am. I've studied clinical herbalism and aromatherapy, and I have 20 years of experience in energy healing and holistic health. But enough about me. Let's go ahead, dive in, and discover these 5 key shifts for your practice to make you up to $20,000 a month while getting clients phenomenal results that have them bringing back their friends. Start by finding the root cause. Permanent symptom relief will not come any other way. And Everybody thinks that they have the root cause, but let me tell you, leaky gut is not a root cause. Leaky gut is a symptom of a deeper issue, okay? Now, leaky gut may be the root cause to your gluten intolerance, but leaky gut itself is still a symptom. It's not the root cause. At the tiniest level, and this is getting into some physics, and I'll try not to bore you too bad, but we are energy. When you get down below atoms and you get onto the quark level of, theoretical physics, the prevailing string theory idea is that everything is just vibration at its base level. So we have to respect that the vibrations in our body have to stay balanced and in a certain phase, or we will end up sick because our body will be trying to compensate for the fact that at the base level things are off. And it won't be spending energy trying to heal either. So we have to respect that. And we have to understand that imbalances in this energy create issues that have to be resolved for true healing to occur. You've got to start at that root cause. Now, being able to name the different phases of energy can help make the process more concrete. In the Keto Master Program, we work with 2 different forms of the phase of energy. We do the Western phases of energy and the Eastern phases of energy, and they both are describing the same energy, but in slightly different ways, and it makes it to where, depending on the situation, you're able to find a root cause easier. Having the knowledge to help you know when you need to nourish or when you need to detox, or when you need to, add energy or remove energy, or you need to give somebody something that's cooling or warming, or if they need something cooling and diffusive, or, moistening and drying. All of these different things can make a significant difference to your client's progress. If you've already figured out the root cause, understanding how to apply all of this so that you can make a difference on top of just the root cause, like actually fixing that imbalance, and not just doing body system support, will create lasting wellness. Assisting the body through the healing process with physical modalities can be powerful. We'll touch on this again later, but we are both physical and ethereal in being. And a lot of these modalities, herbalism, aromatherapy, crystal work, these are all physical and ethereal in practice as well. And so if you're combining the two, you're able to help on a physical level with body system support and pulling everything together while rebalancing the ethereal level and creating support that you wouldn't otherwise have. But if you don't understand the root cause, then none of that matters. Now, number 2, you have to get in alignment with your soul's purpose, all right? Once you start realizing, okay, this is where I need to go, then you need to do what you can to stay in that alignment, because clients can sense when you're out of alignment and will lose faith in what you're doing, okay? Confidence comes from preparation and having a good backup system. Now, I know a lot of people say fake it till you make it, right? But confidence isn't just a matter of faking the energy, okay? You have to be prepared. You have to be in a program that will help you get the tools you need together to really make a difference on top of what you already know, or if you're just getting started out, either way. And having a good backup system, having a practitioner you can go to work with, and having a group of people that you know are on the same level as you to back you up when you need answers to questions makes a significant difference. You can walk into every appointment confident that if you don't have the answer, you're gonna get the answer. Stop focusing on money. Start focusing on serving with integrity. Okay? Shift your worry away from whether or not the bills will be paid next month. Shift your worry away from whether or not money will keep flowing. If you are focused on that, then you need to just go get a job, okay? Or go get a second job, whatever. If you focus on that tool and you give that tool that kind of power, nothing will flow for you, okay? But if you are focusing on serving with integrity and you're getting phenomenal results with your clients because you put yourself into that position to get those results, the money will flow on its own and you won't have to think about it. Get yourself schooled, okay? there is a domino effect that occurs with chronic disease, and we must understand how to approach someone with a cascade of health issues. Do you know how to use muscle testing in conjunction with iridology, in conjunction with pulse assessment and the intake form? Do you even have an intake form? But like, do you know how to use all of that to figure out what the root health cause is? I had a girl come in a few days ago, and she was dealing with clearly some sort of dairy allergy, that she figured out she had a dairy allergy, and she's having stomach issues, and she's having intestinal issues, and she's having something that looked like hormonal issues, and she was having all this other stuff, and like, it was just a train wreck. And this kid is 17 years old, and oh my goodness, like, do you have a systematic way to pick that apart? If you don't, you need to get into a program that can help you pick that apart and figure out what that root cause was. Hers was digestive enzymes in her stomach. Yes, digestive enzymes in her stomach was where we started, and it's amazing the result even 6 days later. Okay? If you find yourself hesitant at the harder cases, you need to invest in a teacher that can help you solve this. Okay? You need to be working with somebody that can really help you make a difference for people. The nocebo effect is real and can destroy your business. So we've all heard of placebo, which is the positive version of this, where we think something's working and in reality it's a sugar pill, right? The nocebo effect is when we think we're going to be harmed by something, or when we're not confident something's going to work. We think it's not going to work, and therefore it does not work. And so if a client comes in and they sense that you are not in alignment with your soul's purpose, you can be setting them up to have this nocebo effect, and they don't get results, and they're not going to tell anybody. The next person, you end up with nocebo effect. And after a while, if that's all you're doing, it will destroy your business, all right? So this is a client testimony that I have, a student testimony, I should say. And I just wanted to share it with you because I love Victoria and what she's doing. She says, I was going to wait until I actually finished the class to review it, but I am on week 6 and I just can't contain the greatness much longer. The classes are simple and easy to follow. You go at your own pace. The classes not only teach about how to be an energy healer, but the class also teaches the business aspect so you can take what you learn and actually earn a living. This has been a great experience for me. Only 6 weeks in, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Okay, so if you get into a program that helps you not only with the energy healing side of it, but also the business aspects and the way that we have to do business as a practitioner, it's phenomenal. 6 weeks in and she's already just thrilled. Now, shift number 3, surround yourself with successful practitioners and a support system. A free open Facebook group like the Create a Holistic Healing Career group that I have can be awesome for networking, but it is not the appropriate place to discuss client concerns. It just isn't. I challenge you to go into one of these open herbal groups or aromatherapy groups or functional nutrition groups and tell them about a difficult case you've got currently and ask for opinions. The herbal group is going to either give you a bunch of herbs, tell you to eat better, tell you to exercise, or tell you to go to the doctor. The aromatherapy group is going to list off a bunch of essential oils that might be helpful, may or may not tell you exactly the delivery system, but then everybody else is going to argue about whether or not that's the safest way to do it. The functional nutrition group is going to beat you over the head with celery. It just doesn't work to get into an open Facebook group like that and expect phenomenal results out of it. Getting into a program that doesn't hold the same values as you is not going to help either. So you may find a really cool $27 program that touts that it's accredited, though if you watch those things, most of those accredited things are self-accredited. But anyway, yeah, $27, crystal healing program that you found through Facebook or something, and you go, oh, that's cool, I'm going to do that. But the program itself is only set up to teach you about the crystals and what the crystals do. They're not discussing deep root causes and how to determine which crystals to use based on somebody who's got a myriad of symptoms. It's not going to work for you, okay? You can go get a $15 Reiki certification. Everybody is a Reiki master nowadays. But if it doesn't get to the root causes and it doesn't discuss what you have to do on your end to help the person, then it's not going to get you where you need to go. Immersion into the right group helps you make the leap into your space as an elite practitioner. Just like learning a new language, immersing yourself into the right environment for learning how to get phenomenal results puts you into that space where you have to step up and you begin acting like the elite practitioner you're becoming. Now, success breeds success. Find people you want to emulate and become part of that, okay? Find your group. Find the people you resonate with and become part of that. Then once you become successful, you're not going to be all alone. You're going to have other people that will rejoice with you in your success. A strong group multiplies everyone's effectiveness. When you ask a question in a group that is targeted, like my keto practitioners group is, it's amazing the kind of stuff we come up with. We have twice weekly Q&As and case studies, right? And when we all get in there and I start directing the case study, people will come up with stuff that triggers a thought on my end. And it's this amazing, phenomenal brainstorm that stays on point because everyone knows the direction we're coming from. Now, working one-on-one with a skilled practitioner to brainstorm further helps you see the why of your recommendations. There's a lot of really cool group programs out there, but getting into something where you have one-on-one time with a practitioner is where things really start to click, okay? I also wanted to share these couple of testimonials with you. Laura Beth is very knowledgeable in the fields and is a pure joy to learn and work with. She has put a lot of heart and soul into her program. The information I have learned has helped me grow professionally and spiritually. What a lovely way to learn. There's so much thought and heart put into every detail. It's my privilege to be part of the Keto School. I absolutely love my people. I have some absolutely phenomenal students. And even though I have kind of helped filter to make sure we have good people coming into the program, those people are doing that work. They are making themselves the elite practitioners they're becoming. So kudos to them for making that a thing. So polish your messaging to attract your ideal crowd. This is the next shift. So if you're just talking about how you help people feel better, you're shouting into an abyss. I cannot help you if all you're going to do is tell people that you can help them get wellness. Get wellness is not a focused enough idea for people to hear you over everybody else, the major gurus and all the local people and blah, blah, blah. You have to get clear about your ideal client. If you're wanting to attract your ideal crowd, you have to have the idea of your perfect client in that messaging, okay? Target your messaging so it clearly identifies who you want to help. Once you have an idea about who your ideal client is and you have them pinpointed, then you can create messaging as if you were speaking directly to that person. And that's when you're going to start seeing. Now, the first couple of weeks, it may be a little nerve-wracking because people that were resonating with your former vague messaging may disappear. So don't just go, oh my goodness, everything's fallen apart. No, it hasn't. It's just a matter of retargeting. And then what's going to happen in a few weeks is people are going to start showing up that mesh with what you want as far as a client. It's amazing how when you do this and you polish it, you start getting the ideal, perfect people who are interested in doing the work. They're going to do the work. They're going to get results, and then they're going to tell their friends how amazing it was, and their friends are going to come, okay? So structure your program to retain those ideal clients. I was talking with one of my students, and she was gushing about how the Keto Master program is structured so well that she just feels like it's amazing how intuitive yet logical the program is. And this is part of what we do in the Keto Master program is help the masters in training to structure their program, structure their work to retain ideal clients. If you can get this right, people will thank you just for coming into the program because they can already see how it's going to be so helpful for them. Once you've figured this out and you've got the structure down, 70% of the work is done for you. So it's a lot of hard work up front. There's a lot of work to be done here, but once it is done, 70% of it is going to be on autopilot, and you're only going to have to really dig for that other 30%, and that's good because it puts you in a position to really focus on your clients instead of having to worry about all the other stuff. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is that you must be confident in multiple modalities and assessments. All right, let's talk about assessments first. Multiple assessment tools allow you to triangulate an issue. And if you're only using an intake form, you may not be able to figure out the root cause. If you're only using muscle testing, then you may actually be putting your bias into it too much, and you may be totally off base by the time you're done with somebody. Subjective and objective assessment tools should be used together to allow for equal parts logic and intuition, okay? So, for instance, subjective things are going to be like the muscle testing, and objective assessment tools may be blood work, it may be, the tongue assessment, things like that. So if you're using them together and you're using a few of each, it allows you to have logic and intuition and create a program that really helps to dig deep for these people, okay? Understanding how to choose assessment tools based on the situation is valuable to helping you pinpoint the root imbalances someone is dealing with. If you don't know which assessment tools are going to work for who and what and how, then you may miss a root imbalance just because you're only using one or two assessment tools that are not ideal for the situation. So let's talk about modalities. Modalities help our ethereal and physical selves balance at the same time. It's like I was talking about earlier. There's some body system supports that you can get from modalities while the energetics are rebalancing. And certain people are going to resonate with certain modalities. It behooves you to play to that strength. There may be some people that are on a lot of medication and are nervous about taking herbal products. Or it may be that their anxiety is high and they don't want to be taking anything herbal anyway because they're afraid of how it might affect them. Well, so then you're going to have to go for like crystals and keto and Reiki and all that jazz. On the other hand, you may have somebody that either feels like energy work is not quite scientific enough for them, which, that does actually happen sometimes. They'll still come see you, but they just don't think it's scientific enough to just do energy work. Or you may have somebody that for religious reasons is uncomfortable with the energy work. Whatever that is, you want to be able to fall back on the aromatherapy and the herbalism and things like that for those people, okay? It may just be that somebody particularly is fascinated by aromatherapy. We'll work with that. Give them some of that. Give them something to work with, right? Having a plan that ties all these modalities together into a logical system makes your work easier. If you're just using aromatherapy over here in this corner, and then herbalism doesn't really, you do that too, but it doesn't really tie into your aromatherapy. It's kind of like two separate systems. It's not going to work out as well. But if all of these modalities are tied together in an energetic balance undercurrent, then it makes it so much easier to find what people need and not just be giving them a bunch of extra random junk, okay? So, today I promise that you discover the framework my students use to gain consistent success with their clients. You uncovered what it takes to create the best experience for your clients that is worth you having a six-figure salary. And you see the way to become an effective, high-quality, in-demand practitioner without spending years struggling or ruining your own health. All right? So you only need these 5 things to win. Start finding the root cause, all right? Energetic work is important. Then you get in alignment with your soul's purpose. Don't be panicked about the money. Don't be panicked about other stuff. Focus on serving with integrity. Surround yourself with successful practitioners and a support system so that you do feel supported as you begin climbing the ladder. Polish your messaging to attract your ideal crowd. Know who your ideal client is. Know how you want to help them. Focus your messaging around that. Be confident in multiple modalities and assessment. Figure out a little bit about each of these modalities and make sure that there is an undercurrent of energetic balancing to it. And know your assessment tools. Know how to make them all work, okay? Mastering these 5 shifts is enough to propel you into an effective healing business, giving you the clients you dream of and the success that you deserve. Okay? So now you have a choice. You can either keep doing what you're doing and say, nah, it's working all right, so whatever. Or you can admit that you want better than what's working right now or what isn't working right now. And you can start implementing these shifts today. Now, I want to help you with that. And if you are interested, I'm offering free breakthrough sessions where I can speak with you. You'll fill out an application, and then we're going to get on the phone and we're going to talk. We're going to see where you're at. We're going to see where you're going. And if I can help you get there, I'll absolutely show you how. If I need to direct you to somebody else, we'll talk about that too, okay? So this is for you if you're ready to deliver transformational value to your clients. If you are ready to do whatever work it takes to get your clients the best results possible, let's talk. This is only for you if you're ready to grow and make radical changes. If you're not ready to start making changes, then there's no point in us getting on the phone. If you're not ready to change, you're not ready to grow, then I can't help you. I mean, nobody can help you, okay? This is for you if you want to work smart and make a program that delivers phenomenal results, okay? You may still be working hard, especially at first, but you're not going to have that sense of dread that everything is falling apart and isn't actually working for you, okay? If you're committed to making progress and will do whatever it takes to get things done for your clients, I can help you, and you will have the confidence. You'll feel amazing about the fact that you know that you are on the right path with the right people. This is another quick testimonial I wanted to share with you. I'm a certified holistic health practitioner and will testify Laura Guthrie has given me advice, helped me out with direction and clarity in starting my own practice. She's authentic, kind, and knowledgeable and gives actual tools rather than just a good pep talk. Building your business can be hard alone. However, having guidance and support in a focus-based program is essential. I took the risk to get over my financial blocks by hiring a business coach, and I'm winning in my spiritual, personal life, and in practice because of it, okay? So taking that risk, I've never heard somebody complain about taking that risk and getting in with a good coach. Now, if you've got the right program and you're resonating with it, it's time to take that leap. All right, let's talk. Let's get on the phone. During the call, we're going to dig deep to see where you are. This is probably going to be a little uncomfortable. I'm not going to let you say, well, you know, I'm only making $500 a month, but it's okay because I think in a few years it might be a little better. No. We are on the call for a reason, okay? Don't sugarcoat it. Let's talk about where you're at. $500 a month isn't cutting it. What do we have to do to change it? We will talk about your goals. Where do you want to be? $20,000 a month? $30,000 a month? There are people making $300,000 a month. $300,000 a month as holistic practitioners doing this kind of thing. Your goals are not going to scare me, okay? So I don't care if they sound crazy to your best friend or your husband or your wife or whoever. I don't care. I'm not going to sit there and go, you're crazy. No, it's okay. Let's talk about it, okay? And then we will talk about what your next steps should be. We'll figure out where you need to go next to make sure that you stay on track for those goals, okay? So bit.ly/Kedo app. Make sure that you are capitalizing the Q, the D, and the A. It's very important that you fill this out thoroughly. If for some reason it's not filled out thoroughly, I'll just be sending you a message saying, I'm sorry, we're not going to have a call, okay? It's very important that you are honest about everything on this form, okay? Because otherwise I can't help you. Make sure that you fill it out thoroughly. It's probably going to take about 20 minutes. Do the work, and I will help you get where you want to go. All right. Once you're done filling out this application, it's going to redirect you to my scheduler. Schedule a spot. If there's not a spot available, shoot me a message, and we can talk about some other times if that's, what you need. I will talk to you soon. bit.ly/keto app. Thanks, guys.